Every Monday right around this time, the director of the Mason County Economic Development Council, it's Lynn Longan. Good morning.
Good morning.
How you doing?
Good.
Good to see you here. And it's been, so we missed you last week.
Yeah.
It was Columbus Day or some holiday. President's Day. I knew it was something.
It was President's Day.
Messed
we
up
were
on
closed.
That one. But before that, you were having your luncheon, and so
Right.
how have you been over the last couple of weeks? What's been going
Good.
on?
I think I've been good. We finally got all moved in, and I still haven't unpacked all the way, but I'm
that'll
getting
take
there.
time, for sure.
I'm getting there. Yeah.
You like it? People are already coming in?
I do. It definitely, we've had a lot more foot traffic than we've ever had. I mean, I think in the first just week, we had more than we had in a year. So it's great.
What's the benefit? I know that for you there in downtown, people are able to come to you and talk about things. But what's the benefit for the citizenry?
Right. To know where we are, you mean?
Yeah.
I think that people need to know what the EDC is doing. So we're helping set policy for our economy.
Yeah.
We're helping drive that economy by bringing jobs in and, by retaining and assisting the current businesses that we have. So people need to understand what it is we're doing, and are there any, things that we can actually offer you, especially if you're running a business somewhere and you're struggling with anything. Maybe it's, I'm going to be retiring in the next 5 years, and I have no idea what I'm going to do with this company. Succession planning. Come talk to us. We have people that can help you with that.
Okay.
So we can set you up and get you whatever assistance it is that you need.
If you haven't yet, come on down to downtown Shelton. You can also choose Mason, and that's the website. So what else has the EDC been going on?
Well, we did have our annual meeting. It was, I would say it was very successful. We had over 100 people attend. We held it out at the Little Creek Casino. Good event. We had Alyssa Shea from the Port of Grays Harbor, the Satsup Development Park, come and talk about business recruitment. I thought it was really good for the community to hear from her that, business recruitment didn't happen. It doesn't happen in just a couple months. It's a long-term process, and it really is around building relations and then following through with everything. So there's a lot of foundation building at the community level that we have to do. Our workforce, our infrastructure, physical infrastructure, as well as our mental and capital infrastructure to be ready for these businesses. And it takes years to get to those businesses and make them understand why they should bring their business to our area.
These are multi-million, sometimes billion-dollar decisions, and they're not just
right.
Well, let me sleep on it. I'll tell you tomorrow.
Yeah, that's true.
How long was this process to get Overstock eventually?
The Overstock, once it started moving, it took about a year, which is pretty fast for recruitment. I mean, that's extremely fast for a recruitment project.
But they had to make sure that the center was there.
But it wasn't just that. I mean, when I worked for the Department of Commerce, we were CTED at the time, one of my first curb projects was Satsup Development Park, to market it and to bring in site selectors from all over the country. We brought them in and we took them for a tour to see what infrastructure we had and to get their advice back to us. What are we missing? Why wouldn't you bring a client here? And that was really valuable information. And then from there, they built on that. So, I think it was a reclaimed water system that they were lacking. And we're like, well, so,
we can make this happen.
And they're like, no, businesses are going to look for that because they want to be aware and they want to be conscious, and and they ask and they care. So they're not going to just move in without it. So then they had to spend years working on that. So that it just didn't happen overnight. I would say, that was about 2003 that we did that.
Okay.
So it really is long term. It's taking piece by piece, looking at what what's missing, and then building it, fixing it.
So now that has pretty much come through fruition, and before too long people will start hiring, is the kind of information we have similar areas with the sets. Are these pieces of information available to the public, to your EDC, to then take and kind of step up from there. You know, they say you stand on the shoulders of giants, and
Right.
you can. So you take the information that you learned from the SATSUP thing, and then move it for our area.
Right. I think that's what we do all
Okay.
the time. And that's why I wanted her to come and talk to our community so that people can really understand that it's not just something that happens.
Yeah.
It is long term. You know, you need to hang in there. We're going to do this. It's not going to be a few months or 1 year process of saying we're going to do business recruitment and all of a sudden we're going to have businesses knocking down our doors. That's not the way it works.
Mm-hmm.
But we're going to remain committed, and we are going to keep working on building our foundation, and we are going to bring businesses here. I believe that with everything that's in me.
What's up for the month of March for the EDC?
So the month of March, we have the business training programs that we've talked about before for micro enterprise businesses. We have some more of those sessions coming up on March 6th, April 3rd, May 1st, and June 5th. Those are just the information session. Come and learn what it is. Talk to someone about it. And then we also have business training programs. So our next business training program 2-day weekend is March 11th and 12th. We'd really like to see people take advantage of this. This was a one-time grant that we applied for, and so the expenses are covered for this. It's not a cost to residents that meet the income requirements for it.
Okay. And folks can sign up for that or get online?
Call the EDC. Let us know. We'll get you all signed up and get you ready and point you in the right direction. So really need to start pushing that and getting people engaged in that.
Looks like on the 15th you're going to talk about the USDA and some block grant programs, the CURB things for your luncheon. Is that
I think that
still the plan?
I'm sorry, it's not the plan.
All right.
We're changing plans.
Yeah, that's fine. We're on the fly. But
We
monthly
are.
luncheon's still coming up on the 15th.
I think that's probably going to be canceled.
All right. Yeah.
We do have our board retreat on the 17th, where we're really going to map out those things. Sorry, that was
No,
on
it's
the
fine.
website. We'll get it off.
Call Troy.
And then on the 17th, I leave for China for 10
Oh my
days
gosh.
with the Thurston Economic Development Council.
That's going to be huge.
It is. It is. I've really been talking to Michael Cade at the Thurston EDC about, what to expect while I'm there. Lots and lots of business meetings they're taking the industries that we're targeting. I've sent them that, and they're arranging special meetings for those types of companies that are maybe interested in foreign direct investment. So in investing.
So what is the schedule for you then? You're taking off for what, 2 weeks, a week?
It's 10 days.
Okay.
I don't have the itinerary yet, but
That's
I
gonna
did
be
talk to
so
him just
great.
a few days ago. So we're going to fly into Beijing. We're going to go to Shanghai. I don't
All
remember
over the
where else.
place.
Yeah.
Well,
There's like 4 different places. It sounds like a really aggressive schedule. So
Good.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to come back and be a little tired.
yeah,
I've never been on a flight that's that many hours.
I
But
bet.
Yay.
Well, good. And that's great. We've got great representation then over there, as Lynn Longan's going to be heading to China to help spur some business perhaps here in Mason County. You can choose mason.com. That's the EDC's website. You can also visit them now, downtown Shelton, just right stone's throw away from the old Radio Ranch.
Yes.
It was nice to see you this morning.
Thank you. You
And
too.
we'll check in. So we'll have one more check next week.
Yep.
And then we'll see what's going on.